This is a video I typically would not have done, but I have an angle that I can, or a talking point that I can go at this with, considering how we have a lot of people here who are very anti-reparations, whether they look like us or they don't. But I'm going to get in towards that towards the end of the video. So in case you don't know who this is Volodymyr Zelensky. He is, the president of Ukraine. And they have been receiving billions, I can't even say millions, billions on top of billions on top of billions of dollars ever since this war has kicked off with them in Russia for the last, I don't know how long because I haven't been keeping up with it, but it's just been a while. And he recently was before Congress, and this is the picture right here before Congress, where he actually thanked Congress for giving them $65 billion. This is on top of the billions that they've already received, unless this is a combination of all the money they've received so far. But he got before Congress and thanked them for giving them $65 billion in aid, but then came back and said that it still wasn't enough. I don't know about you, but $65 billion is a lot of money. Shit, $1 billion is a lot of money. But he said $65 billion was not enough money. That's what he said. Let me go ahead and read the article. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is expected to thank the U.S. Congress on Wednesday night, which of course he's already done, for its $65 billion backing of Ukraine as it fends off a Russian invasion, even as he indicates that Ukraine will need billions more to defeat its foe. In a video of his meeting with Ukrainian troops this week, Zelensky indicated that this would be the main purpose of his Wednesday visit to Washington to ensure American funding doesn't dry up. The enemy increases the number of his troops, Zelensky said in the video. We will pass on gratitude from our boys to the U.S. Congress and U.S. President for their support. But it is not enough. Our boys are braver and we need more sophisticated weapons. There's a hint here. It's not enough. And in a statement released before meeting with Joe Biden, Zelensky made it clear again that Ukraine's needs will continue well into 2023. Now, the key words there is well into, which means not at the beginning of 2023. We're talking about possibly heading into the second, third, hell, we might even go into the fourth quarter, probably throughout all of 2023. So basically what Zelensky is saying that he'll be back begging for more money. And 9 times out of 10, the U.S. is going to give them the money. I mean, they've been giving it to him so far. But like I said, keep on track of what I'm talking about here, because again, this is going to drive home a bigger point to the people who are anti-reparation. I'm in Washington today to thank the American people, the president, and the Congress for their much needed support, Zelensky said Wednesday, and also to continue cooperation to bring our victory closer. Since Russia's attack in late February, Congress has passed several bills to provide military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine, and even this week it is expected to approve another $45 billion as a part of the funding bill for the rest of the fiscal year 2023. Continued cooperation is what could be at risk when Republicans take control of the House next year. Republican lawmakers have said they will continue to support Ukraine as it defends itself from Russia, but have also indicated the money won't flow as quickly as it has so far. Some Republicans, for example, have supported an audit of U.S. spending on Ukraine. I have been pushing the Biden administration to send support and weapons to Ukraine since early 2021, but Americans deserve a full accounting of how their money is being spent. Representative August Pfluger from Texas told Fox News Digital. We are simply asking the U.S. government to show us the receipts. I hope President Zelensky's arrival in Washington will encourage the White House to deliver an audit and prove our taxpayer dollars are being well spent. Others are upset that so much funding is going out the door for Ukraine while other domestic priorities are ignored, a sign that it may not be so easy to find the billions needed each month to keep Ukraine in the fight. I think the American people and the taxpayers of this country deserve to know why the Biden administration and this Congress is so interested in funding the protection of Ukraine's border and not the protection of our border, Marjorie Taylor Greene said in November. It's the hope of the Biden administration that today's visit helps smooth over those problems and introduce Congress to the leader who has captured the world's attention as the David to Russia's Goliath. For President Zelensky to be able to come to the United States to thank the American people for the incredible support that they've received and to thank both parties, to thank the bipartisan support that he's received, would be an important injection of momentum and sustenance to American and allied support for the months ahead and for as long as it takes, a senior administration official said Tuesday. At the same time, Zelensky's remarks are also meant as a warning shot to Russian President Vladimir Putin that the U.S. will not abandon Ukraine. This is about sending a message to Putin and sending a message to the world that America will be there for Ukraine as long as it takes, a senior administration official said late Tuesday. President Putin badly miscalculated the beginning of this conflict when he presumed that Ukrainian people would yield and that NATO would be disunited, the official said. He was wrong on both counts. He remains wrong about our staying power. Now, you heard all of that right there. And like I said, they're going to give him that money. They going to get that money. And you heard right there, said they got approved for $45 billion this week. So really, they are knocking on $100+ billion, and they're going to receive it. They're going to give it to him. He said, we're going to need this support well into 2023, and they're going to receive that support. Now, here's my question to all the anti-reparationists, whether they look like us, whether they are these tethers or these others. All of y'all had all this smoke for foundational Black Americans saying we deserve reparations. We deserve reparations as a debt owed and this, that, and the third. Y'all had all this smoke for us, but where's your goddamn antennas for Zelensky asking for $65 billion and them most likely getting it? Y'all want to talk about and cry about our taxpayers shouldn't be going towards reparations for whatever excuse or reason you can come up with of why it shouldn't. But look at where your taxpayer money is going, and many of y'all aren't even questioning it. You want to know why there's a hike in your taxes? Here you go. You want to know why you're going to be paying more in taxes this year? There it is. But y'all want to get upset with Black people, specifically Black Americans, and telling us we don't deserve it. And, our taxpayers, we need to know where our money is going as the taxpayers. Y'all don't even know where your taxpayers' money is going when it comes to this. Hell, some of y'all don't even know where your taxpayers' money was going before this war even kicked off. All you knew was that I got to pay my taxes or I'm going to get audited or they're going to come and snatch my shit up. That's all you knew. But when it comes to Black people, now you want to pocket watch and say, well, I don't want to do that because I don't know. I shouldn't have to pay for it because my ancestors, is no one today currently owning slaves. I'm not my ancestors. You weren't a slave and all this, that, and the third. Well, look at where your money is going. And they're sending them money, billions of dollars, hand over fist, which seems to be damn near every month or every other week. And they're giving it to them with no problem. Remember, this is the same establishment that said that they could not give Black people reparations, or saying they don't have the funds to give Black people reparations. You have a task force that's going on in California where you have people that's literally arguing on why Black people out there should not get $223,000 a month. Yet our nation on the other side of the planet, in another time zone, in another hemisphere, is getting billions and billions and billions of dollars every month. That's where your taxpayers' money is going. Hell, if Black people was to get reparations, that would be a small dent in your taxpayers' money. This right here is putting, literally crumbling your taxes right now. But what do I know? What the hell do I know? All I do is come on here and just record videos 3 times a day. That is absolutely wild to me. That they send them all this money and have been since this war kicked off and haven't stopped and won't stop, and then wonder why the establishment is the way that it is. And to piggyback off what the article was stating, if you want to put reparations to the side, which we technically aren't doing, there's other stuff going on domestically in America that needs to be fixed and dealt with before any other establishment comes, within 10 feet of it. They literally are putting Ukraine before itself. There was a song that Nas came out with, that he did a feature with A-Marie back in the early 2000s called, I think it's called Rule or World or something like that. And it was a line in the song where he said, how are you going to fix others when you ain't fixed home yet? And that was back during the Bush administration. So I want to say it was around that time. And of course, we all know what was going on during that time. You want to know why America, specifically the U.S., can be in a financial straits, in dire straits at that? Really register everything that I just read to you in the last 10 or said in the last 10 minutes. Want to sit up here and say, oh, we don't have the money to give out to black people. We're going to do a study and all this, that, and the third. They didn't get a study. They just said, oh, we need some money. And not just some money, but a lot of money, because we need to get this and we need to get that and we need to get this and we need to get that. Oh, okay. Here you go. Let us know when you need more money and we'll be right here to sign over another check. Just that simple. Just like in San Francisco, where I did that video where they're about to give $1,200 a month to Hall T members for the next 18 months just because they're Hall T. No study, no questioning, no HR 40, none of that. Just sign a little check and boom, there's your $1,200 for the month. We'll see you again at the end of the next month. All these other programs, I even read somewhere where I believe the Biden administration is giving like $55 billion to some African nations for reparations, I'm guessing. These are some of the same people that will sit up there and tell us that foundational black Americans don't deserve reparations, but they're about to get money. Then you got what's going on in Providence, Rhode Island, where they're trying to do some kind of whatever reparations that is, that so-called includes PC people. That is not reparations. They are playing in our face. All of them. I don't care what part of the political spectrum it's on. You heard it in the article right there. They mentioned Republicans a few times. A lot of people think, oh, it's just the Democrats. No, it's not just them. It's both of them. What have we said? Left wing, right wing, liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican. They are all attached to the same pigeon. I refuse to attach them to an American bald eagle. They are attached to the most filthiest bird flying in the Western Hemisphere. A goddamn stank-ass pigeon.